Have you ever walked or driven down Buckeye Street in downtown Kokomo and wondered what this was and why there was a mannequin standing inside? This is Kokomo's very own Watchman's Tower, and it is a fixture in our downtown. Railroads were an integral part in growing Kokomo from an agricultural economy to an industrial-based economy.
In 1853, so remember this is only 9 years after the actual start of this town. When this town was started, it was all trees and swamp and stuff like that. 9 years later, 1853, first railroad locomotives came into Kokomo, Indiana, which was not a town at that point. I mean, not a city. City wasn't incorporated until 1855, is when we were actually incorporated as a city. So the railroads were here before the town was a city. The first tower, railroad tower that existed, and I can't swear that it was in this location, but the first switching tower was built about 1910, and it lasted until about 1940. So I don't know what kind of structure it was. I'm going to guess it was probably a wood structure. They tore that down, and this was built approximately 1940. So it's been here, and then it was operational until, Jim, maybe sometime in the 60s. Does that sound about right? Tom may remember too, about when they quit actually physically using it. What it did, what its function was, you'll see wires coming down here, was they had a guy sitting up there, that's why we have the mannequin, and when the trains came in, he was notified trains were coming, and he operated signals on some of these crossing streets. We don't know how many. Could have been anywhere from 3 to maybe 6 streets that had signals on them. And he would physically turn the signals on to stop traffic till the train went by, and then he'd shut them off. That's what he did. That lasted until sometime in the 1960s.
This was important for safety reasons. When this tower was completed, it made it possible for one person to keep watch over the track. This made it more efficient and safer. Today, a mannequin designed by Sarah Smith and donated by Bob Gallner keeps watch over the Buckeye Street Railroad. Indiana Historical Society historian John Moore explained that information compared from numerous Indiana records and historians leads the organization to believe this to be the only tower of its kind still standing on its original foundation in our state.
This tower is the only tower of its kind in the entire state of Indiana, setting on its original location. We have found one other tower like this one. Most switching towers are actually little two-story buildings. This is the only, this one and one other stand on a pedestal. The other one is located in a park in the city of Garrett, Indiana, which is just west of Auburn. Garrett was a big train town, railroad town back in the early days. And they have a park they call Heritage Park, and they have a tower very similar to this one. Only problem is that's not where it was originally at. It came from East Chicago. So this is the only one like this in the entire state of Indiana.
So, if you've ever walked down Buckeye Street and wondered about the tower, now you know.